Hello, my name is Rosa Malango. I'm the United Nations Resident Coordinator and Designated Official for Security for the Republic of Uganda. And I'm delighted to join you today for the Citizens Coalition for Electoral Democracy in Uganda's 11th anniversary. These are my remarks. The Chairperson of Sedu Board of Directors, Honorable Dr. Miria Matembe, the representative of the Electoral Commission of Uganda, members of the Diplomatic Corps, United Nations staff member and colleagues, political leaders, religious leaders, Sedu members, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. I would like to begin by conveying my heartfelt congratulations to Sedu on marking your 11th anniversary on August 19, 2020. During the last 11 years, you have grown, acquired significant experience, overcome challenges, and increased the membership of the Sedu Coalition. Since your inception in 2009, Sedu has been at the forefront of advocacy for electoral reforms. You've conducted voter education and monitored both general and by-elections. Today, Sedu is a coalition of 972 civil society organizations and over 25,000 individual members spread across Uganda's 134 districts. In addition, you have a fan base of 4.5 million young Ugandans. Over the years, the United Nations has been a strong partner of Sedu as part of our commitment to invest in strengthening indigenous capacities to sustain peace, good governance, and inclusive development. The UN system in Uganda recognizes Sedu as an important player in processes that seek to address the root causes of conflict in this country. As the UN, we have provided technical and financial support to enable Sedu to deliver on its mandate. I am honored to share a few examples of our partnership with you today. Every year, the UN system has supported members of the Sedu network to benchmark from other UN member states on good electoral practices. After the 2016 general elections, the UN supported Sedu to effectively engage its grassroots membership during the Uganda National Dialogue process. In 2017 and 2018, the UN supported Sedu members to participate in the Global Forum for Election Observers in Brussels, Belgium, where thanks to our partnership with the European Union, you were able to learn and share best practices on monitoring electoral processes at a global platform. Last year, the United Nations sponsored Sedu and part of its membership to attend the Insider Mediation course at the Netherlands Institute of International Relations in The Hague. I understand that now Sedu has a resident technical capacity to support mediation processes should the need arise. This is critical as we head to the new general elections. Also last year, with the support of the United Nations, the government of Uganda, in collaboration with civil society, including Sedu, launched a national initiative for civic education, NICE Uganda. This was done during the Africa Now conference. NICE is an open platform for the government, civil society, and other key stakeholders to engage in developing and delivering an inclusive system for national civic education. Sedu, you are one of the critical partners in this initiative, and we look forward to our continued partnership as we implement NICE going forward. Ladies and gentlemen, the work of the United Nations is informed by two critical instruments: the UN Charter and the 2030 Agenda, including its 17 Sustainable Development Goals. The Charter calls on us to save succeeding generations from the scourge of war, which twice in our lifetime has brought untold sorrow to mankind. It also asks us to reaffirm our faith in fundamental human rights, in the dignity and worth of the human person, in the equal rights of men and women, and of nations large and small. The Sustainable Development Goal 16 calls on us to promote just, peaceful, and inclusive societies for sustainable development. It does this by inviting us to support efforts to strengthen just institutions, promote the rule of law, support efforts to ensure equal access to justice for all, and also by calling on us to work with partners to ensure responsive, inclusive, and participatory representative decision making at all levels. Ladies and gentlemen, Sedu remains a leading player in the advocacy for credible electoral reforms, monitoring of electoral processes, and promotion of voter mobilization campaigns. On behalf of the United Nations, I would like to commend you for your contribution towards the growth of the electoral democratic process in Uganda and the promotion of universal values. The UN Charter and the SDGs will continue to inform our partnership with Sedu going forward. Before I conclude, let's talk about this year, 2020. 2020 has proven to be a very unique year. It will likely be remembered as a year of COVID-19. This pandemic is changing our way of life, and every nation in the world is striving to formulate new approaches to ensure the safe movement of people, access to basic services for the vulnerable, and enabling citizens to exercise basic rights. Uganda is one of several UN member states who will be holding a general election during the COVID-19 pandemic. The UN has completed a comprehensive joint study on the socioeconomic impact of COVID. The results indicate that the impact on the service and manufacturing sectors will likely cause a massive loss of jobs, as well as the likelihood that poverty will increase by 2 to 8 percentage points. In the tourism sector alone, where many women and youth are employed, the study predicts a direct loss of $5 billion during the next 5 years, 2020 to 2025. Given these severe numbers on the socioeconomic impact of the pandemic and the new circumstances of the elections, I invite Sedu members to be particularly vigilant when you're carrying out your roles in voter education and election monitoring. We must ensure that no one is left behind during this electoral process. You have a very critical role to play to actually help Uganda deal with two concurrent processes. The first, civic education. We have to promote behavior change if we are to mitigate the impact of COVID-19. The second, voter education. You need to inform, educate, and mobilize voters so they can actively and peacefully participate in every step of the electoral process. In this new environment, I also urge you, Sedu, to build new partnerships with both government and non-government actors to look into the post-electoral period as well as the opportunities to enhance the current electoral process. Our joint benchmarking visit to Ghana highlighted the importance of creating a circle of trust. It's important that this circle of trust include the Electoral Commission, the Police Force, the Human Rights Commission, the Communications Commission, political parties, and the National Initiative for Civic Education, among others. The question is, how can Sedu help contribute to building this circle of trust in Uganda? As I conclude, I would like to share an invitation to all Sedu members to please be champions of peace, tolerance, knowledge, and dialogue. Sustaining peace and inclusive development is a shared responsibility for all citizens and governments. You have the opportunity to be part of your national democratic journey that must adapt to COVID-19 and yet remain transparent, inclusive, and fair. I am confident in your ability to develop safe spaces and innovative messages to help ensure that Ugandans are able to safely be part of the national journey towards a new democracy and sustainable development. We must make better use of technology as we go forward, and I look forward to your feedback and suggestions in this regard. Nelson Mandela once said, and I quote, "A good head and a good heart are always a formidable combination," end of quote. Voter and civic education are about head and heart. Let's work together to achieve a formidable combination for Uganda. On behalf of the United Nations, I reiterate our commitment to support your efforts to enhance understanding of civic liberties, roles, and responsibilities in Uganda. Once again, congratulations, Sedu, on your 11th anniversary, and best of luck in your deliberations. Thank you for your attention.